Good morning. I will be talking about everyone's favorite ogre, Shrek. He is not just an ogre, he is an idol, a role model, and a Shakespearean kind of mocker with a license for ogreness. Wonder why? Shrek is the ultimate nonconformist. He goes against the mainstream's norms, roles, and expectations, making him a real Sigma man. Sure, he's not as much of a respectable creature as Donkey, who somehow manages to charm a dragon and have an affair with her, but we'll get to that later. Shrek internalizes the inferiority and demonization that society imposes on him once he thinks he is not accepted because of his kind. But he doesn't care about society's labels. He chooses to be himself and stay as an ogre instead of trying to conform to the privileged white handsome stereotype. He only conforms to Western beauty standards for Fiona, the love of his life. And you know what happens next? True love pushes aside all material and physical attributes. In the end, they become together as two ogres.
But she had an enchantment upon her of a fearful sort, which could only be broken by love's first kiss.
Shrek wipes his ass with the book's paper, demonstrates how insignificant the powerful narratives are to him, and challenges the true love concept as a victim of those narratives. In this video, I will be focusing on a theory called neo-racism and how it is portrayed in one of my favorite movies. Neo-racism is a type of discrimination that is more subtle and indirect than traditional racism. Etienne Balibar defines it as racism without race. So, an individual's race is not a necessary reason for discrimination now. It often manifests itself in the form of conditional acceptance, where a person or group is accepted into society conditionally. This can create a feeling of otherness or inferiority. It can be even more harmful than the traditional racism due to its hidden and hard-to-escape nature. Even those who perform it might not notice while practicing inequalities and injustices. It is like, you see a green guy hanging out in a swamp, however it is outrageous to you that even how he looks might be ugly or intimidating. You otherize him because he is not normal to you, as soon as you start to take advantage of him. Therefore, Shrek can be an example of this form of victimization. Shrek is an ogre who lives in a swamp and is constantly harassed by the local villagers. They view him as a monster and want to hunt him due to the weaponized narratives or knowledge about ogres. Shrek is discriminated against primarily because of his appearance. He is an ogre and is therefore seen as different, thus experiences the xenophobic violence by the white people in the film. He scares the crap out of everyone, and they judge him based solely on his appearance without taking the time to get to know him in a friendly manner.
I'm not the one with the problem, okay? It's the world that seems to have a problem with me. People take one look at me and go, "Ah, help, run! A big, stupid, ugly ogre." They judge me before they even know me.
Despite all those narratives and discrimination, Shrek can be an honest and reliable friend, and stand up for his beliefs against injustice and discrimination. Also, he is proud of his individuality and enjoys living alone.
I don't care what nobody thinks of me thing. I like that. I respect that, Shrek. You all right. Cake! Everybody loves cakes. Cakes have layers.
I don't care what everyone likes. Ogres are not like cakes.
But when he becomes beneficial for the powerful, he is accepted and recognized, and the fear and hatred against him are temporarily suppressed.
I have a better idea.
People of Duloc, I give you our champion!
What?
Congratulations, Ogre. You've won the honor of embarking on a great and noble quest.
Quest?
However, nothing bothers Donkey about Shrek, because Donkey is also an outcast looking for shelter, visibility, and recognition. Well, as a member of a minority group in this world, the reason for him to be discriminated against is the ability to speak. So yeah, the subaltern speaks here. Animals, as victimized and exploited creatures, can speak in this movie. They can match by disregarding race and size. Oh, let's not forget the dragon. Well, the dragon in the narratives might also be portrayed as a ferocious creature, but in this movie she is given a feminine energy and a love for Donkey. She also breaks the socially constructed dragon image in the audience's mind. Shrek embarks on an adventure with Donkey to free himself and other fairy tale creatures. They aim to rescue Princess Fiona from a castle guarded by a dragon. Her parents have locked her up there to make her a normal human being instead of a scared and disgusted creature. Fiona embodies human and ogre identities, challenging traditional gender roles and expectations.
But you only look like this at night. Shrek's ugly 24/7.
But Donkey, I'm a princess. And this is not how a princess is meant to look.
The princess needs to be thin, white, and properly mannered. In other words, she doesn't fit the typical mold of a distressed lady who needs to be rescued by a male hero. Instead, she is a strong and capable character who can hold her own in a fight. This aspect of her character challenges traditional gender roles and expectations. However, society might find it unorthodox for a non-European person to rescue a princess. Even if fate says she should marry her rescuer, the common ideology against ogres might override it. All of these characters are subjected to nail racism because they are part of the minority who do not conform to the norms of mainstream society. As a result, they are ostracized, criminalized, demonized, and victimized. The only way they can be accepted is becoming proper, which means they must suppress their natural identities and act like they're supposed to according to the mainstream society. While this may seem acceptable to some people, especially those who can change their race and nationality according to the free market, it can lead to extinction of cultures and traditions.
Whether your parents like it or not, I am an ogre!
In the movie, being an ogre or any fairy tale creature is illustrated as a metaphor for any non-white race. The powerful continues to maintain the hegemony over those who are not white by using the knowledge or the discourses about the other. This aligns with Foucault's idea that power and knowledge are interdependent and used to reinforce and legitimize power relations in society. Those who have knowledge have power, those who have power have knowledge. Another important point that empowers the racism is willingly accepting the superiority of the powerfuls or centers race, identity, or culture. Once exploited can be in the position of the exploiter. As soon as he accepts the norms of the powerful as the absolute truth, climbs the social ladder thanks to being part of the system and becomes beneficial for it. In the end, that person ends up being a part of the systemic discrimination. King Harold, who was a frog once and is an assimilated person, stigmatizes Shrek, and this is how the racism is sustained.
No, of course not. That is assuming you don't eat your own young.
In the climax of the second movie, Shrek and his friends fight for the freedom and the rights of the fairy tale characters. This is an excellent example of how we can all work together to overcome any kind of exclusion and create a world where everyone is treated with respect regardless of their differences.
I'm not the monster here, you are.
I mainly emphasize the first two movies, but I can also analyze the last two movies before the fifth one comes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and please like the video and subscribe for the following videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
Oh, that's great.
Man, it's good to be free.